The life of Amir Timur. Hey dude. As we discussed Sultan Murad I in our previous video, today we were supposed to shed light on the life of his successor, Sultan Bayezid I. However, before learning about Sultan Bayezid, it is crucial to know about Amir Timur. We do not want you to miss any important information. Today's topic is about a mysterious figure who has puzzled historians for over 600 years. His conquests and achievements were as grand as the accusations of bloodshed and cruelty against him. We are talking about Amir Timur, known as Tamerlane, in the West and Timur-e-Lang, Timur the Lame. He was also called the Earth Shaker, a man who shook the world. This title came from two reasons. First, when his mighty army marched on the battlefield, its thunderous sound could be heard miles away. Second, because he spread terror and destruction across the world in a short time. It is estimated that Amir Timur's campaigns caused the death of 20 million people, which was a huge number considering the world's population at that time. He is counted among the greatest conquerors in history, alongside Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, and Charlemagne. However, what made him unique was that, unlike Alexander or Genghis Khan, he was not the son of a king or a chief. His father was a simple, pious landowner from the town of Kesh, Shahrasabz, in present-day Uzbekistan. Amir Timur was born on April 9, 1336, in Kesh. From a young age, he displayed exceptional intelligence and talent. He memorized the entire Quran by the age of 10. Timur had a limp in his right leg due to an injury he received in his youth during a skirmish with thieves while protecting cattle. According to some historians, this wound was inflicted during a clash with a local chieftain. This injury earned him the name Timur-e-Lang, Timur the Lame. Timur belonged to the Barlas tribe, a Mongol tribe tracing its lineage back to Genghis Khan's people. In his early years, he served under Amir Kazgan, where his bravery quickly earned him recognition. In 1358, Amir Kazgan married his granddaughter Algai Khatun to Timur. After Amir Kazgan's death, Timur continued to rise in power. By 1366, through his political wisdom and military skills, Timur had seized control of the regions of Samarkand and Shahrasabz Kesh. In his early campaigns, his courage was unmatched. Timur often turned certain defeat into victory through his brilliant military strategies. In 1381, he captured Herat, the cultural and literary center of Afghanistan, marking the beginning of his grand conquests. In 1382, Timur sent his close ally, Tokhtamysh, to attack Russia, where he sacked Moscow. However, 4 years later, Tokhtamysh rebelled against Timur. In 1391, at the Battle of the Kondarcha River, Timur crushed Tokhtamysh and destroyed the Golden Horde army. The battle was so brutal that the field was soaked in blood. Between 1383 and 1394, Amir Timur conquered Iran, Gorgan, Sistan, Iraq, Turkestan, and Azerbaijan. Timur's army was a mix of many nations and tribes, yet his discipline was so strict that no soldier dared move without his command. In 1387, when the people of Isfahan rebelled, he ordered the massacre of 70,000 people and built towers from their skulls as a warning to others. In his memoir, Tuski Timuri, the autobiography of Timur, he wrote, "The most beautiful sight to me is the flow of blood from severed necks." Despite building numerous mosques and madrasas, he also destroyed many sacred places. He burned down the ancient city of Damascus, sparing neither its mosques nor its people. In 1398, Timur invaded India through the route of Attock. His forces conquered several cities before reaching Delhi, where he defeated Sultan Nasir-ud-Din. Tughlaq. After the victory, he ordered a massacre in Delhi, killing thousands and enslaving countless people. Timur then commanded that all prisoners be executed, warning that anyone who disobeyed this order would face the same fate. This massacre in Delhi is considered one of the most horrific events in history. It is astonishing that despite being a Hafiz of the Quran and a scholar, Amir Timur's personality reflected a strange combination of arrogance, pride, and brutality. After his campaign in India, he ordered a massacre in Delhi, killing thousands and enslaving countless people. Timur then commanded that all prisoners be executed, warning that anyone who disobeyed this order would face the same fate. This massacre in Delhi is considered one of the most horrific events in history. It is astonishing that despite being a Hafiz of the Quran and a scholar, Amir Timur's personality reflected a strange combination of arrogance, pride, and brutality. After his campaign in India, Timur turned westward, capturing Baghdad, defeating the Mamluk rulers of Syria and Egypt. By then, only one major empire stood in his path: the Ottoman Empire, under Sultan Bayezid I Yildirim Bayezid. Sultan Bayezid was rapidly expanding the Ottoman Empire, achieving victories in Constantinople, Hungary, and even reaching near Rome. However, Amir Timur did not give Sultan Bayezid time to consolidate his power. In 1402, the armies of Amir Timur and Sultan Bayezid I clashed in the famous Battle of Ankara, one of the bloodiest battles in history. Timur decisively defeated the Ottomans and captured Sultan Bayezid, imprisoning him. We will cover the details of this brutal battle and the story of Sultan Bayezid in our next video, which will focus on the Ottoman Empire. By this time, Amir Timur was over 70 years old, but his ambitions were still high. His final dream was to conquer China. In 1405, while leading his army towards China, he fell seriously ill and passed away in Otrar, present-day Kazakhstan. He was buried in Samarkand, the city he loved. His chronicler, Abu Talib al-Husseini, wrote that in his final days, Timur suffered severe mental agony. He would often cry and scream in his tent at night. He had nightmares of the countless people he had killed, their ghosts surrounding him. He even saw the angel of death warning him that his time was short. After his death, his vast empire quickly fragmented. His grandson, Ulu Beg, briefly ruled, but internal conflicts soon weakened the empire. However, Timur's greatest legacy was his lineage. From his family emerged Zahir-ud-Din Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire in India. In history, Amir Timur remains a highly controversial figure. He was both a Hafiz of the Quran, a scholar, a builder of cities and mosques, and at the same time, a ruthless conqueror responsible for the deaths of millions. Friends, did you enjoy this story? If you liked our effort, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. In the next video, we will bring you the complete story of the Ottoman Empire, Sultan Bayezid Yildirim, and the Battle of Ankara.